make an issue out of it. But the dish is interesting, and I'll explain why. It's Gulf shrimp. Let's see. Gulf shrimp and tofu with fresh sliced organic ginger, a touch of organic lime. And that's about it. I want a bland dinner tonight. I've been eating meat for 2 nights, a day and a half. I try to eat meat once a month, owing to the fact that I have my own reasons for that. Meat has its limitations. It's absolutely connected to colon cancer in large quantities, heart disease. There's no question red meat has its beauty, but aside from the moral, ethical issues of killing the animal, I just don't eat much meat once a month. So I've had beautiful meat for a night or two. I made incredible spaghetti and meatballs, which I love. I don't eat it much. I'm not a child. A child eats what he wants. An adult eats what's appropriate for his place and his age, So I'm using a different oil tonight. It's a good oil. It's a canola oil instead of olive oil. I normally only cook with organic olive oil, but this is very good canola oil. And I wanted to try with a different heat, flash point rather, see how it comes out. I mean, I love olive oil. I live on it. I have great olive oil. I have 4 kinds of olive oils that I use. Let's see what I have here. Today I was using some Italian organic extra virgin. Then I got this one the other night. We'll see how this is. I like Spanish Arbequina olive oil. From the few years I spent in Spain, I love Arbequina olive oil. And they grow it in California. Obviously, there's a lot of Arbequina olives all over the world. But tonight I'm only using canola oil. And we'll see how this tastes. Let's face it, if it doesn't taste good, what good is it? So I don't salt my food because I'm on a low salt diet. Low sodium, low sodium, low sodium. I don't care what the quacks say. I know more than they do. I've read all the epidemiological studies for 40 years. I don't care what they're selling you. Himalayan salt, Brooklyn salt, Bronx salt, Staten Island salt. It's still sodium, idiot. And no matter how much sodium you want to play with it, you're going to elevate your blood pressure. Okay, don't tell me about the cracks will tell you that it doesn't. It isn't. I've studied it since 1969. Every study I've seen until the quacks came along proves that sodium raises blood pressure. Any sane person knows that. Soul food in the 1970s, African Americans were suffering from very high blood pressure. Well, soul food was filled with sodium. So they told the African American communities, cut back on your sodium, and they did, and the blood pressure went down. End of story. Japan, great study, Sasaki et al. Compare 2 districts. Hold on. The northern prefecture and the southern. One grew apples, one group lived on seafood. And the ones that ate more apples had low blood pressure. The ones that were eating foods rich in sodium had high blood pressure in Japan. There are many other studies. I know the crackpots are pushing Himalayan salt and Brooklyn salt. And, you don't have to believe me. It doesn't matter whether you believe me or not. I know what's right in science. For me, I've read it. Science is science. It's not bullshit. I mean, the studies can be flawed, but if you read a study, and they're valid studies, they're valid. It's that simple. But since COVID, people have no faith in anything. And I can't blame them. So tonight's dish is something, I don't want any more pasta, man. I've been enjoying my pasta. It's done already. Oh, thank goodness. The rice is done, basmati rice, organic basmati rice. Now, I may mix it in with the dish rather than, I'm going to raise the heat now. So it's cooking, but not the way I want it to cook. It's not hot enough. It should be cooked like on a Chinese wok style. Very hot, high heat. At this point, they could take it. These are frozen shrimp from the Gulf of Mexico. I mean, I almost went out again tonight, almost went out tonight, and all I ended up was you're going to eat poison, you're going to eat dreck, it'll taste good, and you'll get sick. Sewer shrimp from India, Vietnam, sewers. You don't eat that garbage. So I have really good ingredients in my house. That's the main thing is good ingredients. So my shrimp are these. These are beautiful. Produce of USA, Gulf shrimp, good vodka, one drink. I had some good tofu, silken tofu I wanted to eat tonight. And now my tofu and shrimp with a little, these organically grown small red peppers, which I like. I don't want to overpower it. It'll make it too sweet. Now I'm going to put the rice in the dish in a moment. You see, it's starting to get a little too crispy now. But the key here, as in all cooking, is what does it taste like? Let's see what it tastes like, okay? Now these were from frozen. I did not defrost these shrimp. I've taught you a technique of cooking frozen shrimp. Nobody has the time to defrost them a night before. Now I'm going to lower the heat. Now that they're cooking, they taste great. All I put on them was some lime juice and some lemon juice and a lot of ginger. Fresh ginger. Tastes good. Okay. Nice. Now, I may put, before I put my rice in, I may commit a sacrilege here. The shrimp are excellent. I think I'm going to put a drop of low sodium soy sauce in there. I like soy sauce in a small amount. Look for the low sodium soy sauce. It's very good. Good flavoring. Next, the rice will go in. I didn't feel like going to a restaurant. I couldn't stand looking at people anymore in a restaurant. Unless it's the congressional dining room with Lindsey Graham making an ass of himself, what am I going to eat? Why go to a restaurant? I watch the news. The same bullshit every night. Now a new one. No flag burning. I'm against burning flags, but why is it that it's a crime now to burn to burn a rainbow flag? You go to jail for years if you burn a gay flag, but you can burn an American flag? No. I mean, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? So Trump's making it illegal to burn an American flag, which a lot of libertarians are opposing, for good reason. So he knows it's not going to pass the legal test. And he's doing it to provoke flag burning amongst the schmucks on the left. Now they can go out and burn flags. The same assholes who tell you there's no crime in Washington, D.C. or Chicago. You see the face of that mayor from Chicago? No, there's no crime in the city, right? Where's Al Capone now that we need him? I think even on Al Capone's day, you could drive to a restaurant in Chicago. Not under this cretin. Where'd they get this one from? What a moron. Wow. Brandon Johnson. Looks like he has the IQ of the mayor of Los Angeles. Well, he must be pretty smart if he can get the, let us say, the wonderful citizens of Chicago to make a mayor. But I have as much faith in the voting machines in Chicago as I do in the voting machines of San Francisco, if you get the drift. As Stalin famously said, doesn't matter who votes, it matters who counts the votes. Isn't that wonderful how the Democrats have accepted that as their modus operandi? And how about that fat turd from the governor of Illinois, that schmuck? I'll never stay in a Hyatt again. Pritzker. If it wasn't for the inheritance from that family, that guy couldn't run a yogurt stand. That fat slob. And gay on top of it. Who would be with him? That's what I don't understand. When I was young, I thought if you were gay, you were good looking. Then a guy like Pritzker comes along. Whoa. What a miaskite. What kind of guy would sleep with Pritzker? I don't get it. Am I allowed to ask the question? I'm just talking out loud here, like, you're in the house with me. Yeah, I'm making like a little fried rice equivalency now. This is not, let me show it to you how good it's looking. See, it's getting a little bit, I'm frying the rice with the shrimp and the ginger and the red bell pepper, and my dish is done. Any more, it's going to be too dried out, so I'm done. There we go. So, good. Put this back, put that back. Show you the dish. And then we're going to go to, let's see what I watch on TV tonight. There's nothing to watch. I'm going to turn the news on now. What do I think? I'm crazy? This hour, I'm going to look at the news. The same crap all day long. It's late summer. Most sane people don't care about the news. Oh, and that war when I said Iraq, I got mixed up. I meant Ukraine, Russia. Where'd that go? They're still killing each other mercilessly, right? Horrible. What I don't understand about Trump, how he gets away with it, he says, if I were president, this war wouldn't have happened. Okay. And then he says, Putin said that. Okay. Well, now you are president, and it is happening. Okay. The press conference today with the South Korean guy was like out of a Monty Python movie. These guys, the South Korean was like trying to smile his way through this mad hat. This press conference, it was like Meshuggah, this press conference. And then they had a girl from South Korea, a reporter, she asked a question, and then someone asked where she's from, and she spoke English better than most residents of San Francisco. And Trump liked her, so he gave her a little double take. He liked her a lot, I think. And a South Korean guy didn't know where he was. You know what was hitting him? Going to meet with the president of China and North Korea. You could be in the room. You might be in the room. You could be in the room. You might be in the room. I might put you in the room. You could be invited if you want to. And a guy's sitting there. Whatever Trump said. They want to do a shipbuilding deal. Great. We used to build ships in Newport News. Things like that. You know what we build now? Nothing. So I'm all for Trump wanting to bring the shipbuilding industry back. I don't think the Koreans want to give up their shipbuilding genius too fast. Well, they're going to build a new shipbuilding port for us. I don't know. The whole thing, it's hard to follow it all. And you got Lutnick sitting there. Lutnick's like the yes man in a comedy show. Lutnick is from the Bronx, so I like him. I think he grew up a tough guy. His father died young, and he made a big success of himself. And he's Trump's best friend. He's the Secretary of Commerce. And whatever Trump says, it's like the South Korean. He's behind him like the yes man. It's like an Amway sales thing. There's Lutnick. It's good, though. It's good. But meanwhile, the war rages on. And crime in the streets are coming down. And that's it. I'm all for Trump doing what he's doing. Doing a great job. But stepping on the Constitution, where was he stepping on it? Well, an interesting question. Thank God we have a separation of powers, or I'd really be worried. All right, that's it for the night. One last look at my genius dinner here. It's sort of good. I mean, I could punch it up with some taste by putting in some spices, but I don't want to flare my skin up. It actually looks good. It's sort of a shrimp tofu fried rice is what it's come down to. I'm very proud of this dish. It is so opposite to what I normally cook. You know, pasta and red sauce. Very nice. What did I want to show you before I went? Oh, see, I could punch this whole dish up at the end of the cooking with this organic jalapeno pepper sauce, but I'll get a flare job. My eyes will puff up bigger than Mickey Rooney after a fake fight. Okay, who's Mickey Rooney? All right, what was he on all those years? How many of those actors that I grew up on were stoned out of their minds on coke or whatever? Not Mickey Rooney, the others. How many of them were whacked out of their mind on drugs? I didn't know. These frenetic, people that I watched in movies. How many of them were stoners? Well, whacked out on some, Nazi drug. I don't know what the hell they were on. All right, that's it. Time to turn the idiot television on, eat my food, and that's the end of it. Life goes on until it doesn't. And then when the clock stops, we'll find out what's waiting for us on the other side. If you like what you see and you see what you like, hit the like button. I want 100,000 subscribers by the end of August at the Hotel Ozone. Listen to me. This is a good dish. It's a good dish. How many people in talk radio or on YouTube know how to cook? I'm a good cook. I have a friend, Tony, who says he loves to watch me cook. He doesn't call, he doesn't write, he doesn't email. So I said, well, you watch my cooking, but you don't call me? He said, I don't want to call you. He says, because I watch it, I feel like I'm in the kitchen with you. I said, so why is my cooking so popular? He said, Michael, because it's like being in a kitchen with an uncle, a father, a grandfather, anyone that we know, just talking and rapping in the kitchen, and we go into your house with you, that's all. So from this chef, Savage, to you, enjoy your night, and don't worry about the fright, because it might not touch you tomorrow night. Good night, and God be with you, because we need God more than ever. Now, why am I in a religious phase? No one's asked me that. Where did I suddenly get religion? Well, if you don't get religion when you're older, you know what you are? A fool. Because what do you think's waiting for you? If you have no faith that there's something else other than this world, oh, tough one. So from Chef Savage to your lips, I say good night.